What's up, strangers? I don't know what brought you here, but I appreciate it. Today, we are getting into another completely random, I don't know how we're here kind of thing. Well, I don't know if you saw the title, but AI can read your mind. Yeah, I knew. I feels like it was just a couple months ago that people started really starting to fear about the powers of AI. Like, obviously, there's like, all these things in the past that, have always pointed towards this, but here we are. We are living in a time where AI can read your mind. I don't know about you guys, but I get targeted ads, and sometimes they're creepy. Sometimes they're incredibly accurate or about something that I just strictly thought about. And I know I've heard that plenty of times, but you've had that happen. You've had a thought, and it just and then randomly, like something that there's no other way that you could have gotten the ad unless somehow you were made to think the thing that you thought that it made. Like, there's some correlation with what is being done to manipulate us. I'm starting to sound crazy, but like, here we are, we're looking at it. These right here are the images that were shown to a group of subjects, right? And these are the images that the AI had come up with using stable diffusion to read the mind through MRI scanning. So just so you got that right, these subjects had their brains scanned via MRI, and whilst they're being shown these images, and these images were what the AI came up with just through brain scanning. Now, this honestly isn't shocking. It makes sense. I've always said that there's got to be a way that there's got to be a way that they can read our minds based on our brain patterns and our chemical, like whatever's happening in our brain. And how do you read the brain? MRI scanning and stuff like that. So I don't know about you guys. Is there a way to opt out of this? Is there a way to vote against this? Like, do we need this? It could very well be beneficial to humanity. I'm not saying it. Tell me down below if you think that there's some amazing ways that this could be utilized for the betterment of humanity. But also, maybe comment down below what all you think this could lead to. That wouldn't necessarily be a good thing. Because I could think of a couple things. There's an old book I read about thought crime. I don't know if you know anything about it, but are we living in an Orwellian future? Well, let me just show you what an Orwellian future truly was in a basic summary of what Google has to tell us. Let me just search 1984 thought crime. All right, let's get into it. Thought crime is a word coined by George Orwell in his 1949 dystopian novel, 1984. It describes a person's politically unorthodox thoughts, such as beliefs and doubts that contradict the tenets of Ingsoc, the dominant ideology in Oceania. The official language of Newspeak, the word crimethink, describes the intellectual actions of persons who entertains and holds political unacceptable thoughts. Thus, the government of the party controls the speech, the actions, and the thoughts of the citizens of Oceania. I don't know if you got anything out of that, but basically, in the book 1984, they utilize the ability to read minds to basically ensure that everybody is on the exact same thought pattern as the political powers at play in the. So, can you imagine if you were forced to feel a certain way? If you were it's bad enough to be influenced. I almost feel like that's just part of the game that life is. Like, you're gonna be influenced, like some way or another. You're going to be influenced by the way that you feel about how you want to maintain yourself through whatever circumstances that you were placed in. Now, I'm not saying, but I am saying it's scary. It's a little strange. It actually, on another note, it made me think about this. I don't know if you recall, in 2017, Samsung unveiled a Hypnosis experience where basically the whole goal was to just erase or help you forget a certain series that you'd watched that you liked, like The Office, let's say. So let's say I've watched that so many times that it's not new to me in any way, shape, or form, and it's lost its joys and nuances. So you would go through this process, and it would supposedly make it funny. I never did it, obviously, because it's strange to subject yourself to something like that. But I was looking into it because this made me think about it, and I did think it was pretty funny, because basically all that it says that it is it's just like a 23-minute like video, basically, where this male voice, so I guess not video, it's like an audio. It's like a 25-minute podcast where it's an ASMR podcast. Hypnosis, I don't know what you put it as, but where this guy is a soothing male voice, and he coaxes you to he coaxes you into a relaxed state, and then he tells you to go back to a time before you watch the show and jump, and then zoom, or and zoom into the future to now, and as if you had never. It's just like, is that not just is hypnosis really just basically like calmly walking you through the process of thinking a certain way? Because that's what it's starting to come down to, like, in my head. Like, are we basically just that easily influenced? Like, is that a thing? Are we could I forget this show? Here, let's try it.
A few moments later.